Welcome back to the Keeping It Real with KC podcast. I, of course, am your host, KC Phoenix. I'm checking to make sure my Do Not Disturb is on. That for those who are wondering what I was doing in front of the camera, because I didn't want the phone to ring and then it starts messing with stuff. Anyways, before I go any further, KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. It's so weird. There's a lot of energy going on here. Okay, let me tell you what happened. When I went to get my Korean tarot oracle deck, I was like, I'm going to do the Quick 3 Tarot. And for those who don't know, the Quick 3 Tarot is for the collective. I attempt to do it at least, 4 times a week, 5 maybe at the most. And I went to pick up the deck, but then something told me to get the Kipper deck to clarify. Now, when I was doing the pre-shuffle, the energy that was coming up was a conspiracy and then a prisoner. And that was from the Korean deck. For the Kipper deck, it was talking about a privileged lady, a mature woman, and despair. And I was just like, what? Because I was putting everything together. This may only resonate with one person in the pre-shuffle energy. I don't know what's going to come out in the regular shuffle because obviously I haven't done that yet. But for the pre-shuffle, whoever needs to hear this, if you are an older woman, if anyone is asking you to relocate, specifically in regards to a relationship, it doesn't have to be, but that's sort of what I was picking up, then think twice about it. Or if someone is asking to move in with you, but I feel like the energy I was picking up is sort of like, hey, I found a place. We need to get the deposit in. Can you go ahead and send me the money? Where this person lives in a different, like you two don't live in the same area. And really, I feel like this is different countries. And I'm not saying that you're one of these people who's going to fall for the prince in a far off country saying that, hey, I want you, not necessarily that. It is a thing of where it may be an area that you're not familiar with. And then they're asking for money, and they're like, hey, just go ahead and send the money. I'll go ahead and set everything up, blah, 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 all of that stuff. Also, be careful if you're signing any documents. If you're an older woman, be careful if you're signing any documents right now, because I feel that you might get tied to something where you didn't do anything. You don't know what's going on, but your name, because your signature is on the document, it's like, oh, well, you're tied to it. You would sign the document type of thing. So just like I said, that's the pre-shuffle energy. Just be mindful of that. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. As I always say, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit. Here we go. For the Korean Tarot Oracle deck, may I have the energy for the collective for Thursday, April the 14th. May I have the energy for the collective for Thursday, April the 14th. May I have the energy for the collective for Thursday, April the 14th. What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? What is it that the collective needs to hear? May I have the energy for the collective for Thursday, April the 14th. Energy for the collective for Thursday, April the 14th. May I have some cards, please? What does the collective need to hear? What does the collective need to hear? Whoa. Okay. This dropped out. All right. May I have some more cards, please? What does the collective need to hear? What does the collective need to hear? And I'll pull out my booklet because I can do the energy sometimes. Thank you. But I like to have the exact. Okay. So for the first card that came out is Food Tester Court Lady. That's the first card that came out. Food Tester Court Lady. The second card that came out is Bribe. So bribe. Somebody might be doing a bribery scheme. And then the third card that came out is Ngion. And at the bottom of the deck, we have Archery by Crown Prince. Archery by Crown Prince is what we have at the bottom of the deck. Archery by Crown Prince. Okay, so let's go ahead and start with Food Tester Court Lady. Right quick. Which I'm right here. There we go. All right, Food Tester Court Lady. It says keywords. I'm sitting here looking at this. That's interesting. Danger hidden in mundane life, or mission to discover such danger. Seemingly ordinary things that you nonetheless always have to be cautious about. Why is this going back into the pre-shuffle energy? What was I just talking about? Okay. Measure twice and cut once. Time for you to sacrifice yourself for others. Profession, vocation. When in doubt, check and double check. This is going back to what I was talking about a moment ago. If somebody is making an offer for you, be careful what documents you're signing right now. And I'm feeling this is something dealing with in a distance. This isn't something local, where someone is attempting to bring you in to do something and they're saying these wonderful things, but it's involving money, and you need to beware. And then 42, which is bribe. It says bribe. Time for censorship and inspection. Strict yet fairness is required. Ulterior motives different from what shows on the surface. What? Man. Secret deal made and kept hidden from other people. Black market. Nothing good comes out of being involved in illegality. Be careful not to get unintentionally caught up in illicit activities. Penny wise, pound foolish. This is what I was talking about. It's something involving a contract or something. It's involving obviously money in a contract. Someone is attempting to sell you a dream. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. If it's not your story, don't try to make it fit, because this is for someone specific. Someone is attempting to sell you a dream, and I'm starting to feel like it's about a house. Let me read this Ngion Joan right quick, because I'm curious what this is. Ngion Joan, keywords: finding a solution after a big conflict, change in the circumstance, positive changes coming up. The first part of the work is completed. You have to think about the next step. You may proceed as planned. Will have good luck in official matters. Will receive an official recognition or be selected for a public post. So some of you, this could be involving a job. For some of you, there may have been something going on where those who are not happy with the recognition or the attention that you receive, they are looking to get you caught up in other things. Maybe they want to put your fingerprints on something so they can say, hey, that person did it. And again, I feel like this is an older female. It doesn't have to be, but that's what I feel like this is. this card is saying that it should all work out in the end. I want to do number 9, which is Archery by Crown Prince. So this one says, small ambition, secretly planning for the future, but it is too soon to let the plan known. Have to endure this time on your own, placed in a situation that you cannot tell others. Not much help from those around you. Not in great danger, but isolation. Cannot enjoy the good position you are in. So this is a thing of keep your cards close to your vest is what you need to do on that. I'm going to do a clarification on these 3 cards here. May I have a clarification for Food Taster Court Lady? May I have a clarification for Food Taster Court Lady? Clarification for Food Taster Court Lady. Clarification for Food Taster Court Lady. Clarification for Food Taster Court Lady. May I have a card for that? Clarification for Food Taster Court. Thank you. It says concern. So there is some concern here. There's some type of danger going on. Some of you may even know about it. I honestly feel like someone is attempting to sell you a dream or tie you to something. Someone is attempting to place the blame on you, is what I'm picking up. Like they want you to take the fall for something. Can we clarify bribe, please? Can we clarify bribe, please? Thank you. Community came up for clarifying bribe. This could be something where you are known and, okay, this is interesting. I just got that energy. All right, fine. Let me give this message. Going back to the thing where they don't like that you are in the spotlight, they want to tarnish your reputation. So when, like, people favor you highly right now, they want to change that. They want to tie you to something where the community thinks of you favorably, where if they are able to tie you to whatever this is, and community can be, you know, around your area, on your job, or what have you. Just a group of people, community. But they want this group of people to see you in a totally different light. They don't like how you're seen right now. And then can we clarify Injeon? Thank you. And what's going to happen? Adjudication. That's why it's going to work out. Some of you may end up going to court. And if you do end up going to court, for those of you where there may be some actual money involved, and someone is saying that you were tied to something, it will go to court, and based off of this energy, it will more than likely go in your favor, where you can put it behind you, and where you are proven innocent, where it's like, no, I didn't do this. So keep that in mind. And at the bottom of the deck, house. And it's crazy because some of you, whoever this is resonating with, might be secluded right now. Or you may decide to seclude yourself, or this may be something concerning a house. Maybe there was some type of fraud that took place as related to the house. And because, I don't know why I just heard it was an investment property. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. And because, and like your partner is one of the investors, but because your name is also on the documents, you're being held responsible for something that you didn't do, and it was all your partner doing it as well. And in some cases, they intentionally did it to set you up. so they could tarnish your reputation in the community, is what they did. Some of you already know that you're dealing with a shady business partner. You already have concern, is what you're doing. Which is why with the archery by Crown Prince, you had sort of been secluding yourself from the situation and from people, attempting to figure out what your next move is so you can break out of this partnership. Again, take what resonates, leave what doesn't. Under the bottom of that card is prisoner. So somebody may be going to jail, because this is the card that showed up during the pre-shuffle, was prisoner. But I feel, going back to Injion adjudication, I honestly feel it will work out in your favor. That's what I'm picking up. That is so interesting. This is so weird, but it may resonate with one person, but that's the energy. Take what resonates, leave what doesn't. That's all I have. KIRWKC.com, main podcasting platform. This podcast is carried on Apple, Spotify, Google, iHeartRadio, Pandora, Overcast, Bullhorn, Amazon Music, Audible, and several other podcasting platforms. Please feel free to listen to this podcast on whatever platform is most convenient for you. KIRWKC on all the social media platforms. Until next time, be blessed.